paintings, but the meaning of the painting is different than the meaning of the title of the album.
Yeah, the painting is a painting I've loved for a long time, but it's, you know, the meaning is totally different. The original painting, actually, the meaning is frankly misogynist. It's bad mothers in purgatory. We're not interested in that. Our meaning of the punishment of luxury is that most Western people have enough, but they're not happy because we've been brainwashed into thinking we need more and more and more and more. And so that's what the album is about. I could give you a long explanation, but hopefully the music will speak for itself.
I also know that the music for the song, the main theme, was written a little bit earlier than this new album.
Yeah, it's actually the one song on the album that the melody for it and the chords were written for The History of Modern, which was 3 albums ago. But you know, we never throw away a good idea. We just didn't know how to finish it, so it's taken us 3 albums to work out how to finish it. But we got it right, I think.
Before we start to listen to the music, I know that you choose some songs for the listeners.
Yeah.
Tell me, because there was a little change in lineup of the band. Can you tell me what happened with your drummer?
Yeah, well, our drummer, when we toured the English Electric album in 2013, 5 shows before the tour ended, our drummer had a cardiac arrest on stage, and he basically flatlined for 3.5 minutes. So obviously, I mean, thank goodness he's still alive. The paramedics saved his life, but he can't unfortunately drum with us anymore. So we basically stopped the band for about a year whilst we allowed him to recover. But then we realised that he couldn't go on. Well, his doctors told him that he couldn't go on.
But he's okay. He's okay, and I'll share with you a typical drummer story. It's a funny story. We're in hospital the next day after he's been dead for 3.5 minutes, and they defibrillated him back to life. The doctor comes in and says, we don't know, Mr. Holmes, the patient. We're worried about him because when your heart stops for over 3 minutes, it can cause brain damage. Before anybody says anything, Malcolm, the drummer, says, "How can you tell? I'm a drummer." And we're like, he's fine. Let him go now. There's nothing wrong with him.
He was involved anyway in this new album?
No.
No, only that he sent his love and we sent it back to him. No, he's been involved, he's been fishing very hard for 3 years. As all drummers do.
Okay, which song do you choose as the first?
I think we should start with the title track, The Punishment of Luxury.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. It's a very quiet song.
Turn it up,
Turn it up. To have, you know, a certain style, a certain the way we do keyboard lines, just the way we do things is inherent in OMD, and it's been there from the beginning and will always be there. But it's just the package that we create, the sonic package, the sounds we use will be different.
Yeah, I mean, we had the melody, as Paul said, for about 8 years, and we threw away all the music. And the music actually is quite different for us. The drums are quite hard and electric, the music is mostly sequences. And so we worked really, really hard to try and make it sound not like OMD, but then with his melody and my singing, as soon as that goes on top, it doesn't matter what the rest of it is, it becomes OMD, it just happens.
Okay, what next?
I think he's Isotype next.
So the first single from the album.
Yeah, it was a kind of taster single. I mean, these days, what is a single and what isn't? I mean, everything just gets released on the internet now. But yeah, Isotype was, just to give you some idea, this song is over 6 minutes long, so if you're bored and go to sleep, we'll wake you up afterwards. But it started as 2 minutes. It was just supposed to be a crazy kind of esoteric idea about the international system of typographic education. Yeah, which I thought was just a nice thing about the history of art, really, for the sort of Bauhaus reductive stuff. And it was 2 minutes long, and then he heard it, And he went, "Can I write a melody?" So I went to make the tea. It took me an hour to make the tea because he didn't get the melody right the first hour.
It takes a while.
And then once the melody was on, it was like, oh shit, now it's a song. What am I going to write and sing about isotype? So you can listen to it and we'll pick it up after that.
Some songs we haven't even played before ever from Dazzle Ships. So we had to kind of put them together and get all the sounds. So we had to kind of deconstruct it and get all the sounds so we could play them. And in that process, we kind of re-looked at how we used to work and how simple we used to be and how kind of slightly dysfunctional we used to be, and we kind of liked that. And so I think by going through that process, I think we kind of we sort of used some of those ideas and brought them forward into the now.
One of the interesting things for us was when we play live, we know that a lot of people in the audience know the singles, and everybody loves to hear the hit singles and the songs they remember off the radio. And there's always less people who want to hear the B-sides or the stranger tracks, but we like to play those. But when we played in the Museum of Liverpool, and then we played at the Royal Albert Hall when we played the whole Dazzle Ships album, to know that actually this was an audience who had come specifically to hear the weird shit, and they didn't want to hear the hit singles. It was such a fabulous feeling to not...
Liberating.
It was liberating. It was like, we need to do more weird shit. This is great. So it gave us more courage, I think.
So can we expect more that kind of shows in the future?
It's okay, you can say weird shit, I just said it. I think the thing is, I think we have, it is difficult to strike a balance when you play live, when you've been going for 13 albums and almost 40 years. You have to have a mixture. And like I say, a lot of people want to hear the hits and you have an obligation to play them. But it's nice to mix it up with, okay, there's some new material and there's a couple of old things. And I think next time we tour, we might just throw in 1 or 2 Dazzle Ships songs as well. It'll be good.
Okay, now we change the climate. The only song that you are a lead vocalist on this album.
Yeah. Well, in OMD, I'm kind of the reluctant singer. I don't really like to sing very often, but there does seem to be a pattern of me singing one song on every album, and this is one of them.
Why you choose this song for singing?
Well, it was just, I got the song to a stage where I really wanted to hear a vocal, so I had the tune in my head, so I thought I'll just try singing it, and then it just remained my vocal, really.
Okay, so let's listen to it.